Hi, welcome back to the Frugal Life with Mercedes. Today I am going to show you guys some things that I do to save money. It's going to be primarily stuff in the kitchen, but I have a whole slew of things that I do to save money, and I thought you guys might be interested in what some of those things are. So to start with, I've shown this and I've talked about it in a couple of my videos that I use this tension rod. I think I paid a couple of bucks for it at Walmart, and I put it over my kitchen sink, and I have the little clothesline clips, and I reuse plastic bags. As you can see, these are Ziploc. I actually don't purchase the Ziploc ones. I think they're too expensive. So if I do buy baggies, I buy the Dollar Tree brand ones. These ones, somebody gave me something, so I reuse them. So that's another thing. You want to get yourself a tension rod. You want to clean out your bags. You want to buy the store brand. And if any bags come into the house, you reuse them. The only thing I don't reuse them for is if I put raw meat in them. Other than that, I will just wash them out. And what I'll do is I'll wait until I have a little stack. I'll put a little bit of water in the sink and wash them all together. But if you can get away with not using plastic baggies at all, that will save you even more money. But a box of Dollar Tree baggies lasts me a really long time. Something else that I do, I'm going to take you guys over here. This is my cupboard with some of my glassware in it. As you can see, I reuse glass. I don't use a lot of plastic in my house unless it somehow magically appears here. This was actually a jar that had peaches in it. My friend buys peaches from Costco, and as you can see, it has measurements on the side, and these actually have lids that come with them. So I like to reuse that. This actually was a candle, and this is glass, and what I do is I put my mason jar lids in here. I've got some clean dishes I need to put away, so usually this is pretty full. So this helps keep them organized, so I didn't have to pay for that. And then this had kombucha in it, and this also, all these all have lids that go with them. So this had kombucha in it, and so this is really good for like traveling or having a picnic, or putting leftover sauce in it. And then of course, like, I've got some of these I did pay for, but like this one back here was a pickle jar. I take the labels off and I reuse it. And then up here is where I keep all the lids. Something else that I do, this lid actually went with mayonnaise. As you can see, it was a mayonnaise lid. And the mayonnaise lids and the peanut butter lids fit on jars. Let's see if I can get this set up for you guys to see. Okay. Let me just sit you guys down for a sec. All right. Sorry about that. But as you can see, that mayonnaise lid fits perfectly on this mason jar. So this is a really good thing to do. Of course, you can buy these rings. Now, like, I get my mason jars from thrift stores, so sometimes they don't always have the rings and the lids that go with them. So you could go and buy them depending upon your preferences. But I figure, why go out and buy them when, if you're eating peanut butter, you just save the lid. Then another thing I do that saves money is, and it's not even that it necessarily, I guess it saves money because I'm not buying products to replace these. These are all pickle jars. I go through a lot of pickles, and so what I do is I save pickle jars, I take the lids off, and these ones I actually painted with nail polish. But you don't have to do that, but it's just something that I do. And that's all my tea. So my tea stays nice and organized, and other people would just buy containers to put that in, but instead I do this and it helps keep it organized. I use cloth napkins. Cloth napkins can be kind of pricey, so I get mine at yard sales and thrift stores. And this is only about half of the amount of cloth napkins that I have. I have another stack of them put away in a drawer for when these don't look as good. Then this is my all-purpose cleaner. This was actually a liquor bottle that I saved, and this was like from a Windex. I like using the glass because I think that it's more aesthetically pleasing, especially since I leave it on the counter. And it's just some, you know, I needed a container to put my cleaning product in. So what I clean pretty much everything with is you do vinegar and water. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys the ratio just because everybody's different. I do about, I will tell you the ratio, but I'm going to tell you that you want to do whatever you like. I don't mind the smell of vinegar versus if you don't like the smell of vinegar, then maybe you're going to want it to be a little less. So I do about 70% water, 30% vinegar, and then I do about a drop of dish soap. Give it a good shake, and this lasts a long time, and I use this to clean everything. Then this, I actually found in the dumpster. A while back in the fall, I found a bunch of lunch containers. Now the bottom to this lunch container actually broke and was cracked, so I threw it away. And I used this to keep my SOS pads on. And also I have this scraper. I believe my mom or my friend got me this. I don't remember. And you can use this to scrape food and grease off of pans and plates. And so I set that there, and I'll have an SOS pad there. And that way your counter's not getting dirty and they have a place. And they actually sell plates to hold your sponges and scrapers and different things like that. But why buy one when I can, use that? Again, this actually has a lid. It's a shaker, I think, for like Parmesan cheese. And I got it for $0.25 or 50 cents at a yard sale. And I use it to hold my brushes instead of buying a more expensive one. Now, granted, you could just use a cup. You could just lay them down. I like this better because then they air dry better. The other thing is, too, I don't personally use cups and mugs just because I have very few cups and mugs. I keep, I could use some of the glass that I have, but I think this looks pretty good. Then I also use an electric toothbrush. So when I get toothbrushes from the dentist, once in a while, I do save them and I donate some of them, but some of them I keep to wash dishes with and different things like that, and then you just run them through the dishwasher and they work really good for that. Then this actually was I think it was a soy sauce container, and then this is just a regular hand soap dispenser top. And what I did was I cut a straw so that it would fit all the way at the bottom. Then I make my own hand soap. I was given a bunch of hand soap from a bunch of different places, and I don't like bar soap. So what I do is I make my own bar soap. I shred the bar soap either with a knife, or you can use a cheese grater or a food processor or whatever your preference is. And then you add water to a pot with the soap flakes, and then you turn it into soap. And then this is my hand soap. Another thing I do is this is my dish soap. I get it from the Dollar Tree. As you can see, it is 30 fluid ounces. It works just as good as Dawn, in my opinion. I will add a little bit of water to it and give it a good shake, and then it lasts a long time. Another thing that I do that I feel like is a good use of money is I use a drying rack. I absolutely hate drying dishes with a towel. It's just something I don't like to do. So you could use the dry function on your dishwasher. However, that uses a ton of electricity, a ton of energy, all that. So what I do instead is I use the dishwasher and I run it. And I put everything in there. As you can see, there's pans and pots and all that kind of stuff. So I load the dishwasher up. Then I run the dishwasher on the lowest setting, usually the 1 hour setting. Then I open it up like this. I'll usually run it at night. You want to run your dishwasher at night. And I'm not saying right after dinner, because that's actually peak hours. But what you want to do is you want to run it right before you go to bed, especially if you go to bed later. So most electric companies have something called peak hours. So, you know, when in the morning, when like everybody in the community is getting ready and everybody's using electricity and everyone's using water, and then in the evening when everyone gets home from work and everybody's watching TV and running the dishwasher, it's more expensive to run things then. Versus if you eat dinner, you load the dishwasher and you don't run it right away. You run it, let's say you go to bed at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, you run it then as you're sleeping. So then you're not going to pay the premium. So that's something that a lot of people don't know. Now, my electric company is a cooperative, and so I can only speak for the electric company that I use. You can actually sign up to get emails for peak hours. So I will get emails and texts, whatever your preference is, and it'll say, hey, try to reduce your electricity between this time and this time, like turn down your thermostat or turn up your thermostat, or don't run the dishwasher between that 4-hour period, and it helps save electricity. One, it's more environmentally friendly, and two, it's going to really save you some money. So go ahead and look into peak hours and see if your electric company offers anything like that, or if they can tell you, hey, if you run the dishwasher or if everybody takes showers, you run the oven after this time. Now, granted, you can't always do that, but some things like the dishwasher, you could do then. So anyway, what I do is I run the dishwasher right before I go to bed. Then in the morning when I wake up, I open the dishwasher, and I just got home from work a little while ago, and all the dishes are dry because they've been sitting out here open. These are the dishes from the night before. So anything that's not dry, or I did a lot of cooking yesterday, so that's why there were so many dishes. And then it saves you money to do it this way, and plus it saves me personally sanity. Then over here, this again is this was a candle, and then I use it to hold my clips for my baggies. This is called a misto. I actually paid $10 or $12 for this at a Bed Bath & Beyond. And how this saves you money is I like to buy these. Not that they're expensive, but if you can find one of these on sale, and I actually got it cheaper than that because at the time my mother-in-law worked at Bed Bath & Beyond and I was able to get a discount, and I think I had a gift card or something like that. But what you do is you put your oil of choice in there, and then you can spray pans with it. And I think that that really saves money, and you get to pick whatever oil of choice that you want to put in there. Something else I do is these are boxes like from Walmart. So I think I got a bunch of canned food or something like that. And as you can see, I have other boxes and they help me stay organized. So that's something that I wouldn't have to pay for. And then when I buy my drink mixes, I keep them in the boxes. Again, that only is relevant if you were going to buy containers to put that stuff in anyway, but a lot of people do, so stuff stays organized. This just works for me because if the boxes start to get grody, then you just throw them away or recycle them, and then you get new boxes when you go to the store, and they're more than happy for you to take those boxes. I also make my own laundry detergent. I will definitely go over a recipe with you guys in a later video, but I keep it up here, and it lasts me a really long time to when I make it, and so that's why I have it in the big container. So homemade laundry detergent is good. And then also down here, I don't know if you guys can see, but these are my homemade hand soaps. So again, I grate the soap and add water and boil it on the stove top, and then I put it in these containers. Another thing is, if I can get this one out, this is a pickle jar. I eat a lot of pickles, as I said, but I also have people that will save me containers, and I really love these ones because they're tall and thin and very sturdy. And this was a pickle jar. So then I reuse them to put my homemade soap in. And it's a really good way to keep it all organized. This is under my kitchen sink. This is my dishwashing detergent. And this is the bucket with the rest of it. I actually make my own homemade dishwashing detergent. I have for years. I've never had a problem with the dishwasher. Then this is my homemade laundry soap. I actually have to go to the laundromat that's attached to my apartment. And I do laundry at friends' houses and my parents' house and different things like that. And so this makes it portable. Then something else that really saves me money, especially on laundry, is a stain remover. Now this is exactly like Shout, except it is the Walmart brand. So I like to get this. And then SOS pads, I think that they save you a lot of money. I get the ones at the Dollar Tree. And as you can see, this was a magic eraser container, I think from Costco. A friend of mine was throwing this out, and so I saved it, and then it holds my SOS pads. It keeps everything organized. And then these I got from the Dollar Tree as well. I use these to scrub the tub. These are my rags. I use these to clean and to blow my nose. Like if I've got a cold or something, I don't usually buy a box of tissues. I would just use my rags. And then this box actually had clementines in it. Someone gave us a box of clementines years ago, and I was like, this is sturdy. I need that. Then this I actually got for free, and it's just like a, what is that called? A placemat. I couldn't think of it. I got 2 of these, and they're placemats, and I got them for free out of a free bin at a thrift store. And what I do with them is I put them across my spot on my couch, and it helps the couch not get stained. See, this is the other one, and this is my spot on the couch. And then because we don't have a dining room table, we eat at our couch a lot. So then anything that gets spilled can go right here, and I got them for free. These are all the bar soaps that I was given. As you can see, I've got 2 containers full of them, and I did not buy any of these. They were all given to me. This whole thing is full. This one is full, and all I do is grate them or cut them up and add water to them and boil them down, and it makes a hand soap. You can also use it as body wash. That's actually what I do as well. This is a body wash container that I got at Walmart, as you can see, because it's the Equate brand. I used all the body wash, and then I filled it up because it's just Irish Spring mostly, and I used my own body wash, but I also use this as hand soap. I also wanted to show you guys that this is the inside of my freezer, and I've shown you guys the inside of my freezer before, but if you're new to this channel. So these are jars of beans that I already boiled down from dry, and then this container is actually vegetable scraps. That is going to be stock. Then this is my homemade cookie dough. I keep it like this so that if I'm in the mood to make cookies, or I want cookies, or I need to go to some sort of event, they're already done. And all you have to do is take this out, and it doesn't take long to thaw. And then this is a meatloaf. I personally always have homemade meatloafs or different things on hand. Like this. This is like homemade stock. These are lentils. And then these are soups and broths. They're already ready to go. So all I have to do is pull them out, and I've got food, convenient food ready to go. Now we are in my bathroom. This is my waxer. I bought this a while back, and I wax my own eyebrows, and it really does save me a lot of money. It's a little bit of money up front because you have to get the little machine, and you get the wax and all that kind of stuff. And this is only relevant for anybody that wants to remove any body hair, but I was spending a lot of money paying someone else to do it, so I bought my own. Then also in my bathroom, this is my husband and I's electric toothbrushes. They were not very much money, and I feel like I get a much better clean with the electric toothbrush, which is going to save you money in the long run with the dentist. And then this actually was a dressing container. Again, you could use a cup, you could use something that you have on hand, but this was going to the landfill because where I live, they can't recycle glass. So all glass goes to the landfill. So I save jelly jars, dressing jars, all that kind of stuff. And then this is my like cup to rinse out my mouth, like when I'm brushing my teeth. And that I think had relish in it at one point. And then this one is my hand soap. As you can see, it is my homemade hand soap as well. I don't know how well you guys can see this. I don't actually know what it's called, but it goes under your door. This is my front door. I only have one door because I live in an apartment, and there was a draft coming in because I'm on the ground floor. So I went to Bed Bath & Beyond and bought this again. At the time my mother-in-law worked there, so I got a discount, and I think we paid, I don't know, $12 or $15 for it or something. But it goes under the door, and it really helps with the draft, which helps with the electricity and different things, especially living on the ground floor. This is in my spare bedroom closet. These are actually 3 hanging racks, and I use these for my laundry. As I said, I don't have a washer and dryer in my apartment, so I have to do laundry elsewhere. But hanging your clothes not only saves energy, electricity, it's a lot more environmentally friendly, it's a lot more friendly on your pocket. Even if you have a washer and dryer in your house, I encourage you guys to get something like this. And it saves your clothes too. Your clothes last a lot longer if you aren't drying them, if you are hanging them up. This one is a bamboo one. I actually got this for Christmas a few years back from my parents. And these two I got at yard sales. One of them I got at a yard sale locally, and the other one, they're the exact same thing. The other one I got at a yard sale when I was visiting my grandmother in Ohio at a yard sale. So for the 3 of them, I think I paid $5 because I think I paid $2 for the one and $3 for the other one, or 2 and 3 or something like that. And then this one I got for free. And that also saves you a bunch of money. So that was just a peek at some of the stuff that I do to save money. Not really anything extreme in my opinion. I do keep 1 roll of paper towels in my house. You guys have probably heard me talk about that before. I don't buy paper towels on a regular basis. I buy a roll of paper towels maybe once, twice a year. I get the 50-cent roll at the Walmart. I keep it under my sink, and that's really just for like if anything really gross happens. Also for my mirror in my bathroom. I've used squeegees and I've used all sorts of different things, and nothing really gets it as, like if you use cloth, it gets streaky, in my opinion. And I know people say you can use newspaper, but I don't get a newspaper. I don't know anyone that gets a newspaper, so that's only relevant if you have a newspaper. So I don't use paper towels. Some people think that's extreme. I don't. I don't miss them at all. And making my own hand soap out of bar soap. Now, I would not recommend you go and buy bar soap, but if you can get bar soap for free, maybe with couponing, or maybe somebody gives it to you, like I was given a bunch of bar soap, then that would be a really good option. And I make my own. And then going to the Dollar Tree and getting stuff and reusing boxes, like if you go to the store, like I buy cases of things, or even if they just have the little boxes sitting around, I take them, and they don't care whether it's Aldi's or Walmart or any of those other kinds of stores. They have to dispose of the boxes. So if you want to take them, they don't care. Another tip, this really isn't relevant for most people, I guess, as right this second, but if you're moving, you want to go to the liquor store. Now, I know where I live in Virginia, they have a thing called an ABC store, and it's a liquor store, and you have to go there to buy alcohol. If you want to buy like wine or beer, you can do that at like a regular grocery store, but if you want anything like actual liquor, you have to go to a liquor store. So when I've moved, I've gone to the liquor store and said, you know, do you have any boxes? And they just load you up with boxes, and they are the sturdiest boxes, and they're a good size. They're not huge, so that you load them so much that they're like hard to move. They're really good, especially like for me when I was single. I could move all my own stuff, and the boxes are really sturdy, and they have like dividers in them from the alcohol bottles. And so that's just another tip. Don't go out and buy boxes if you're moving or if you're storing stuff. Go to the liquor store or some other grocery store and see if they have boxes. So those are just a few little tips that I do. If you guys are curious in any other tips and tricks, I have a bunch of them. And please consider subscribing, and I appreciate each and every one of you that watches. And I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Go and follow me over there. If you have questions, comments, video requests, anything, comment down below. I always answer. The only thing is sometimes YouTube doesn't notify me that I have comments, so sometimes if it takes me a little while, it's because I have to click through a bunch of videos to see if anybody's commented. So I never ignore people. I always answer. So if for some reason you comment and I don't answer, that's why. It's a YouTube thing. It's not a me thing. I don't ignore people. But I would love to get to know you guys, and I love when you guys comment. I love when you guys watch. You guys really make my day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye.